Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and I'm reading Justice League of America Vixen Rebirth, issue number 1. Now, there are 4 issues of these different characters coming out that are going to be in the Justice League. Adam, I just read last week, and this one I'm reading is Vixen. There'll be 2 more coming out, and Batman's going to be leading a team that has Lobo in it and a few others. Now, Vixen is a character that's been around for a number of years now, but she's not the most popular of characters. She's basically an African female, not African American, mind you, African. She comes from Zimbabwe, some made up, I guess supposed to be like Zambia. Anyway, she comes from some missionary church out there, and her mother was killed by a gang violence kind of thing over there, and then her father was killed by her uncle. The uncle wanted the totem that she was given by her father just like minutes or days before. Not really sure. Anyway, this is, if you guys know the character, this is the totem that allows her to take on the aspect of any animal in the entire world, to understand the animals and all that good stuff. So it's kind of like Lone Star, if you remember him from back in the day. Eyes of the hawk, strength of the bear. Anyway, she goes on this show with Angela Chen, and it's a talk show, but it's, video. Anyway, the girl pretty much sets her up and says, you've got all these good things going on with your life. You're a supermodel, reality star, animal activist, tabloid darling, but, you've got this orphanage going, and I'm going to bring in one of these girls from the orphanage. Hey, and this little girl shows up, and it was a total plot against her to, kind of mush her in the face. The girl comes out and says, oh, I've never seen you before. You're never at the place. And then my mother was kidnapped, and I emailed you so many times, but you never answered. You're too busy, protecting animals and blah, blah, blah. And like this Angela girl totally set her up. So we get a little brief history, an origin story of sorts for her. It actually went pretty fast. It's cool. She goes and she gets into a fight with Spider-Bite, who had kidnapped her kid's mother, and she just basically gives you a little lesson about spiders being able to hear with their legs by sensing vibrations. So she stomps like with the power of an elephant, and the spiders run away, and then she beats up Spider-Bite, rescues the girl, and everybody's safe, and she says, yeah, you can start calling me Vixen. So she's not going to have much of a secret identity. She never really did. Now, one of the things that I don't like about Rebirth is this, specifically with this character. She had gotten so powerful, and not just Rebirth, I mean all the constant 5-year reboots. She had gotten so powerful at one point that she didn't need her totem, and on top of that, she was able to start absorbing the powers of her friends if she was staying around them for a long time. So she could absorb the powers of Superman and all sorts of things like that, which is actually kind of cool. And now she's kind of reset back to zero. She needs the totem again, and she can't absorb people's powers yet. Maybe she will, who knows, but whatever. This is one of the ones that actually kind of makes me sad, but I can't wait to see her in Justice League coming up pretty soon. And because this did make me want to see more of her, I'm going to give this a B. This is not a bad comic, but it really came down because after she rescues the little girl's mother, she goes back on Angela Chen's show, which is just, come on, man, you don't do that. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, right? So, shame on her, I guess. Anyway, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, class dismissed.